Hey everyone. In our previous class, we had learned about, we had started this chapter, Grandpa Tickles a Tiger, where the author's grandfather had adopted a tiger cub and named him Timothy. And this tiger cub grew up with them in their house. And we also learnt about how the temperament of the tiger cub was like, and we also learnt about his friends, and we also learnt about his grandma's fear that one day this tiger cub will probably wake up and eat up their cook. So today we are going to read the rest of the story, right? So the fear that grandma had that one day we are going to wake up we are going to wake up with the cook's shoes and clothes on his bed, and his whole body having been eaten by the tiger, that did not come true. By the time Timothy was about 6 months old, he suddenly changed. He became much less friendly, and when they used to go out for a when the tiger used to go out for a walk with the author, means with Mr. Ruskin, he would try to steal away, he would try to run away so that he can stalk a rat or someone's pet pecknies. Now stalk means to move creepily behind somebody, like for example you must have seen in National Geographic, where tigers slowly try to sneak behind their prey so as to grab them without their prey noticing it. Now Timothy used to do the same. It used to go behind the street rat, or it is to go behind someone's pet pecknies. Now pecknies is a type of a breed of dog, just like your Rottweiler or your German Shepherd or something like that. Okay, and during the night they would hear the frenzied cackling from the poultry house. Frenzied means excited. Cackling is the sound made by the hens. Now the poultry house is the place where the hens are kept, and at night they would hear the screaming of the hens, and when the morning they would go there, they would see that there would be feathers all over the veranda. Right now, when they noticed this change in behavior in Timothy, grandpa and grandma, they started chaining him up more often. Means they were afraid that because of this behavior change in Timothy, he might hurt somebody. Now this thing reached to its peak, मतलब ये सबसे ज़्यादा बढ़ने लगा, until one day he started stalking Mahmood. Means Timothy started creeping behind Mahmood, who was the cook, with something that looked like villainous intent. Means it looked as if he was stalking him with some it looked like as if he was stalking him with some bad intention. Means as if he was trying to hurt him. So at that time, grandfather decided that we should transfer Timothy to a zoo. So now grandfather took Timothy to Lucknow. Lucknow, is the capital of present day Uttar Pradesh, and he took him to a zoo, and he gifted Timothy to the zoo authorities. Now the zoo authorities were also very happy, because they got as a gift a well-fed, means the tiger was properly fed with nutritious food, and the tiger is also very fairly civilized. See, compared to the tigers which are in zoo, which are brought from the forest, they are wild animals. But since Timothy was living with a human family, so he had actually better manners. Means he was not very much violent yet. Okay. Now grandfather left him there. Then they came back to Dehradun. Now after 6 months later, now the grandparents, means Ruskin's grandparents, they were visiting some relatives in Lucknow. They had gone to Lucknow to visit some relatives. During this time, grandfather, he went to the zoo to see how Timothy was, and during this time Ruskin Bond was not with his grandfather, but grandfather told him the whole story about his visit to the zoo. Now when grandfather went to the zoo. He went directly to that particular cage, means the place where Timothy had been interned, means kept, he was kept. Now he saw that the tiger was there, and it was crouched in a corner. Crouched means he was sitting on a corner, and it had fully grown, means it had completely become an adult, and he had a magnificent striped coat, means his coat does not refer to the coat we wear. Coat refers to the fur on the body of a tiger. When grandfather reached to the cage, he said, "Hello, Timothy," and he climbed the railing with ease, and he put his arm through the bars of the cage, means he climbed the fence which is put there, separating the cage from the human, so that the tigers do not hurt any human being. He climbed that, and he put his arms inside the cage, and when the tiger saw that that a human is putting a hand inside the cage, it approached it, and it allowed grandfather to put both hands around his head. Right now, grandfather stroked the tiger's forehead. Stroked means to slowly rub his forehead, and he tickled his ears, right? And whenever the tiger made a growling sound, growling is the sound which a tiger makes, he smacked him, means he slapped him across the mouth, which was his old way of keeping him quiet. Means this was grandfather's old technique that he used to do when the tiger would try to growl. Now this tiger, it started licking grandfather's hands, and it was doing that, and these two were having a good time until there was a leopard in the next cage which started snarling at him. Now snarling is making a roaring sound as if trying to scare, means you must have seen that usually a lot of wild animals, they do not get along with each other very well. Now when the leopard in the next cage, it started snarling, means making a roaring sound, the tiger, it ran away from grandfather, and it went and sat somewhere else. Now grandfather saw that obviously Timothy was getting disturbed by the leopard, and he kept shooing him away. Shooing means saying like, go away like that, right? Now every time these two would be like, he would be trying to pet him, this tiger would come up and he would disturb him. Now while all this thing was happening, a lot of people had gathered to watch the reunion. Means lot of people, they were obviously amazed, means a person petting a tiger is not something very common. So a lot of people who had come to the zoo, they were watching with a lot of interest what was happening. Now as all this happened, a keeper means a person who works in the zoo, he came out of the crowd and asked grandfather that what he was doing. So grandfather told him that he was talking to Timothy, and he asked him, "Don't you remember, I was the one who gave Timothy to this Jew 6 months ago?" The keeper was already very surprised seeing that he was very surprised seeing that the grandfather talking with the tiger so easily. He said that, "I have not been in this zoo for so long. Please continue your conversation. This is very surprising because I have never been able to touch him because he is always bad tempered. Means he is always very, very unhappy, and this is very, very surprising for me that how he is even letting you pet him." Now grandfather told the keeper that, "Why don't you keep Timothy somewhere else? The leopard which is in the next cage, it keeps frightening him." And saying that, he says that, "I will go and I will talk to the superintendent of the zoo." Superintendent is the main authority of the zoo. Now grandfather went searching for the superintendent of the zoo, but while searching for him, he found out that the superintendent had gone home early. So after wandering about the zoo for some time, he came back to Timothy's cage to tell him a last goodbye and to go home. And it was almost beginning to get dark. Now he returned to the cage, and he had been stroking and slapping Timothy. He had been he had been petting Timothy for about 5 minutes when he realized that another keeper, another person who was working for the zoo, he had been looking at him. He had been staring at him with some alarm. Means he was looking with a bit of worry. Now grandfather suddenly realized that, he recognized that this keeper, this person was there when grandfather had brought Timothy first time to the zoo. Now he started a conversation with him. He said, grandfather said, "Acha, do you remember me? You must remember me that I brought this tiger 6 months ago to this place. Why don't you transfer Timothy to another cage from this stupid leopard? This leopard is causing trouble to my tiger." So this keeper, he stammered, means he was not able to speak properly. He was like, "Sir, but sir, it is not your tiger." The grandfather said, I know, yes, he is not my tiger, and means he is not my tiger. Yeah, I have already given him to the zoo, so yes, it belongs to me. So the keeper said, no sir, I don't mean that. He says that I remember your tiger very well. I remember him very well, and he died 2 months ago. Grandfather was like, died? Yes, the keeper replied, sir, he died of pneumonia, and this tiger which you are petting now, he was trapped in the hills only last month and is very dangerous. Right. He said that this is not your tiger. Your tiger died about 2 months ago because of pneumonia. Pneumonia is a disease, I think you all know. And this is not your tiger, and this is somebody else. And when he heard this, grandfather had nothing to say. He looked at the tiger, and the tiger was still licking his arm with increasing relish. Relish means, the happiness in your eyes when you are about to have some delicious food. And when grandfather was looking at him, it looked like as if the tiger was already ready to eat his hand. And it took him a long time to withdraw his hand from the cage. Means he did not want to alarm the tiger, and so slowly he pulled his hand out of the cage. So with his face near the tiger's face, grandfather mumbled, means he spoke slowly, "Good night, Timothy," and he gave the keeper a scornful look. Scornful look means a look filled with irritation or anger, something like that, and he walked out of the zoo briskly. Means he walked out of the zoo really fast. So that's what the story was. This was a story about Ruskin Bond this was a story about Ruskin Bond's grandfather and his adventure with a tiger. Well, I hope you understood the story and you enjoyed it too. We'll be discussing the question answers in the Google Meet. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.